What's good, y'all? And burn it down! I love Seth Rollins' entrance music. It's probably my favorite. But yeah, for the I think this is like the final match of the night. Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. The match I've always been most anticipated for, and the one I expect to steal the show. I mean, it's a 30-man Iron match between Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler is actually one of my personal favorite guys. I mean, I think he's underrated and not really used. I mean, a lot of you say, like, oh no, it's Cesaro that's the most underused, but I feel like Dolph just because they've done that man dirty. They've done that man so dirty recently. Now, granted, they've done better. They gave him the Intercontinental Championship. Hopefully he keeps it for a little bit, and I know this match will be awesome. We'll probably get another one at SummerSlam. Hell, maybe at SummerSlam we get an hour-long Iron Man match. Anyway, this is going to be fun to watch. Seth has been killing it recently. Rusev. Is it just me, or it's just me, or does Seth's outfit remind me of like Batman's outfit from Justice 2? You know, the green. And everything. It looks like Batman's outfit from Justice 2. Is it just me, or does anyone else see that? Bring it on. Although the stuff Seth did with the sheep and Raw, oh, that shit was hilarious. He's on the bad. Although was Seth like the same way that Drew like fucks sheep or something? I'm a bad man.
Not just on Raw, but in the WWE. They know that
I see you.
Dolph, Andrew, how they look, getting the job done. They want to be dominant. Dolph Ziggler told the kickoff panel earlier tonight in the Extreme Rules kickoff show that it's not about being the show-off anymore. It's about being the champion. Well, I tell you what, these two guys are in the best shape of their careers. They look amazing, focused, ready to go.
The following contest is a 30-minute Iron Man match for the Intercontinental Championship. The superstar who scores the most pinfalls or submissions after 30 minutes will be declared the winner and Intercontinental Champion. Introducing first the challenger. From Davenport, Iowa, weighing 217 pounds, Seth
Freaking Rollins. I honestly don't care who wins. I don't care if it's Seth. I don't care if it's Dolph. This match is gonna be fucking awesome.
Accompanied by Drew McIntyre, residing in Hollywood, Florida, weighing 218 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Dolph Ziggler.
So here we go, 30-minute Iron Man match for the Intercontinental Championship, Ziggler versus Rollins. You see the scoreboard on the bottom left-hand portion of your screen.
Oh shit, my bad. I got my laptop. That's just recovering the scoreboard, but I got it on my laptop.
I was talking to Seth Rollins earlier. He told me his strategy is to score the first fall. That is the utmost priority.
Oh yeah, right. What a coach is in the comments.
Your opponent's fighting from underneath. Your opponent has to capture you and then eclipse you. The first fall is so essential in an Iron Man match.
Now you gotta wonder what kind of pace, how quick, how fast.
Well, I've seen
Limited
Seth
edition,
warming up
variant
literally all
volume
day long.
1.
He started stretching sometime around 2:30 today. It's just been a
Manga replica,
constant
limited
process
poster.
geared toward endurance tonight. So Rollins and Dolph Ziggler underway. Drew McIntyre at ringside. Now keep in mind, for those of you who think that may be an advantage for Dolph Ziggler, perhaps it won't be, because remember, a disqualification or a countout also counts as a fall in this match. So Drew has to be very careful if he tries to participate here. So So again, Rollins and Ziggler. With just about a minute gone in this 30-minute Iron Man match, the feeling out process is underway. Ziggler, of course, with a tremendous amateur background. One of the great college wrestlers of all time. Had a tremendous record with the most victories in the history of Kent State University.
It is such a thrill to watch two of the very best that we have today fill each other out, understand how great the other one is. It can only take a moment and you can have a pinfall. Just a moment, you can have a submission.
And you see Rollins staring down at McIntyre. Again, Drew's so important in the reason that Dolph is a champion today. Tremendous resumes for both of these men. Dolph, a two-time world champion, six-time Intercontinental champion, two-time United States champion, twice was a sole survivor in Survivor Series. Then in combination in a kick out.
Yeah, that Survivor Series, man, that's when I became a Dolph Ziggler fan. Was that Survivor Series when he was the last man standing against the Authority? I mean, that man was like LeBron James. Like, he's like, I'm on my own, but yet I still wear red. I still want it. That's when I became a Seth Rollins fan. He just came in with a Dolph Ziggler fan when he came with that clutch performance.
You know how much energy it takes. You got that anxiety.
Was it 16 that happened?
They've had to sit around
16,
the entire
15
day,
around that
the
time
entire
frame?
show. You love being the show. You love being the main
I
event.
wish I could go to combat.
But
I
now
was
we're
like,
going
oh yeah,
on,
right.
you know, 3
Y'all know he's
hours
actually doing a book on Shinsuke, or against licensing a book on Shinsuke. King of Strong Style, 1980 to get his entire career from, I guess, when he bored, I guess, to when he left New Japan.
WWE for the sunset flip, able to stack them up as Rollins kick out again at 2 by the champ.
Talking about two absolute machines right now.
That there takedown now flows through. Here's the mini combination
Yeah,
again. And a near fall.
maybe it was just Jeffrey. I think it was actually worth it.
I don't think that either one is worried about the cardiovascular. It's about the preparation. It's about strategy.
Seth Rollins on WWE Now earlier today did an interview where you really learned a lot about Seth. And Seth said that if I win the championship tonight, I am going to go back to open challenges for the Intercontinental title as early as tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. That says so much to me about Rollins because he lost his title in an open challenge.
Yeah, I don't know what it says to you, but it tells me that he forgot how he got to this place in the first place, and the reason he's not the Intercontinental champion.
Rollins keeping a
Forget Coach Reed. Obviously, Seth Rollins was on the run of his career. Hashtag all heart fighting champion.
cover.
1,
by Rollins,
2.
taken out by Ziggler.
Seth was functioning on such a high level, and then, yeah, he got caught. He got hit once by Dolph Ziggler. I don't think Seth's going to let it happen again.
Cover by Rollins, hooks the leg on Dolph Ziggler and a kick out. Interesting stat for Dolph Ziggler. He has never competed in a match of 30 or more minutes, one-on-one in his career. He's been in Survivor Series matches, Royal Rumble matches for longer than that, but never in a match of longer than 30 minutes in his career. Seth Rollins, we know, just a few months ago, lasted over an hour in a match.
Rollins up and over to the outside. Great balance.
Ziggler comes underneath as Rollins goes up over the top. Caught him with a right. Seth stopped, and Ziggler made him pay. You see the clock in the background. Closing in on 25 minutes left. No falls yet in this match.
I love the quote that you gave us earlier, Michael, and I think it's going to serve Dolph Ziggler well.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, Seth looking for the buckle bomb.
And connect. There it is. He's in trouble.
Time for the curve. Oh,
Mind strong cradle.
1, 2, 3.
Rollins is up 1-0.
1-0 with 25.
Has scored a fall.
So at the 25-20 mark, Rollins is up 1-0. Corey, does this bode well now for the Architect?
Absolutely. Now, for all intents and purposes, Rollins can go on the defense, which is a lot easier said than done. Oh, elbow right to the bridge of the nose. But Seth definitely can't rest on his laurels. He can't put it in cruise control yet, but he can take a step back because he has that all-important first fall.
I think you keep the foot on the gas pedal,
So
certainly.
remember, there was an Iron Man match that ended 1-0. The classic Shawn Michaels Bret Hart Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12.
Really, only one fall?
Now, 25 minutes left, and there's Rollins up over the top, takes the champ out.
And you talk about how it changed his career. I was there in attendance. John Cena and Shawn Michaels, and I don't think either one of those guys was ever the same after that Iron Man match.
And Ziggler picked into the barricade. Now remember, the ref's counting, because countouts are a fall in Iron Man match here tonight. Now to of 5 by the official as Rollins continues the attack. Count of 6. Little smile for Drew McIntyre. How sweet it would be for Rollins if he could knock off Ziggler tonight with Drew out at the ringside. Look at Dolph hammered away with the right hand to Rollins.
I definitely think that the momentum that Drew and Dolph have been on, if they don't walk out with the title tonight, would really be a huge setback as they head forward as we get ready for SummerSlam next month.
By Ziggler, cover, hook of the leg now on Rollins, kick out, but Corey, you noticed the impact that Drew had. Just staring at Rollins moments ago, and Rollins looking back at him, allowed Dolph to take over this match. Cover and a kick out.
Well, you're right. I mean, the ominous presence of Drew McIntyre is palpable. Seth Rollins is well aware that Drew's out there and realizes he's got to keep a third eye on Drew if possible.
Yeah, but he's got to understand that if Drew does anything, that's a point for him.
Hey, if Drew does anything, he gets caught.
Oh, there you go.
And Ziggler, Rollins lands at his feet as Dolph went for the suplex. Caught him with a big chop. Seth looks so confident tonight.
I definitely think getting the first pinfall helps Seth with the confidence factor, no doubt.
The WWE fans counting down with the clock here.
Yeah, why? This isn't a Royal Rumble match.
And Ziggler's whipped across the ring. Rollins followed up with a forearm to the face. Ziggler right to the knee. And Seth, of course, a long history of knee problems in his career.
Smart. Dolph Ziggler's very well aware of that. I'm sure there was a lot of homework done before this match. A great deal of scouting by both competitors.
Like for the famouser, Rollins able to duck underneath, rolls up Dolph, stacks him up, shoulders down. Dolph rolls through. Does Dolph have the tights, perhaps? But Rollins able to kick out at 2. Wow. And now Rollins, the power of Seth. And Ziggler, though.
Wow, great counter by Dolph.
Curve stomp! 1, 2, 3! Yes! 2-0! Nice one, Seth.
Now, Corey.
Come on, Dolph, get off your ass. I know you can do this, man. Come on.
Race to Seth Rollins.
Ha! He's 3-0! What is it, the Ward versus the...
Seth Rollins has scored a fall via disqualification.
Seth is up 3-0 now after the assault by McIntyre.
Are you personally trying to screw him over?
McIntyre's completely lost.
You're pretty much just handing him the belt!
McIntyre is tearing Seth Rollins apart.
You're trying to give him the belt, dog!
McIntyre is not done with this assault yet. The official's got to get this thing under control. He's got to get McIntyre out of the damn ring.
This is an awful strategy. Oh, now he does. Now he did.
I think the official, your point coach, just kicked McIntyre out of ringside.
And he's getting...
Rollins is down and out. The clock continues. 20 minutes left.
Shouldn't Seth be at like 7 now?
Can Ziggler capitalize on this attack?
Shouldn't he be like at 7 now?
Drew McIntyre cost Dolph a fall. It's 3-0 Seth Rollins right now, in part thanks to Drew McIntyre.
Ziggler crawling to the cover, hooks the leg on Rollins, shoulders are down,
3.
and Ziggler has picked up a fall. It's now 3-1.
Dolph Ziggler has scored a fall.
The only way that was worth it is if Dolph Ziggler gets 2 falls. Because now we're even. The one he cost him, the one he got.
Seth is still up 3-1.
You're absolutely right. Seth's still ahead by 2 falls right now.
But Seth has been beaten to hell at the hands of Drew McIntyre. Ziggler's had some time to recover. With 19 minutes left, Ziggler is looking to pull in a fall here.
And you wonder if that was the game plan the entire time, or if Drew McIntyre winning the business for himself.
Ziggler with a super kick. Here's the cover.
1,
It's the
2,
inside leg.
3.
And it's now 3-2. And to answer your question, Coach,
Dolph Ziggler has scored a fall.
yes, it was worth it if you're Ziggler.
100%.
In a span of a minute, Dolph Ziggler has cut the deficit from 3-0 to 3-2 in this Iron Man match.
I'm wondering if in the back pocket, he told Drew, hey, if I get down early, this is what we're going to do.
And Rollins again just trying to struggle to his feet. Dolph Ziggler measuring Rollins, tuning up the band in his own way.
Sweet. Oh, 1, 2, no!
2 able to kick out. Dolph caught him with an uppercut. And now Rollins sent a post by Ziggler.
You know, it's one thing to be down 2.
Oh, the zigzag to tie things up.
1, 2, 3.
We are tied at 3 apiece.
All right.
With 17:50
Nice one, Dolph.
left. That quick.
Dolph Ziggler has scored a fall.
Guys, in less than 2 minutes, Dolph Ziggler has tied this up. Dolph with 3 falls in less than 2 minutes.
I think the entire game plans for both guys have got to change now. I know we're even, but now they got to say, hey, we're under 18 minutes. No Drew McIntyre, and both of us are beat up, especially Seth Rollins.
No Drew McIntyre, but man, did he ever pay off for Dolph Ziggler.
Big time. Drew McIntyre deserves all the credit right now. I'm sure Dolph Ziggler's going to thank him.
Get him, Dolph!
Again, Rollins, though, able to hang on to the top rope. Ziggler into the corner. Face first off the top turnbuckle.
Spectacular spine.
2-0 lead seemed a lifetime ago.
It was actually a 3-0 lead, Coach, at one point.
Completely evaporated right now. We are essentially back at 0, back at square one.
Boot to the face under 17 minutes to play in the Iron Man match. Seth Rollins up to the second rope. Ziggler to his feet. Rollins leapfrog over the top, lands on his feet, and he catches it with a swing blade. And now Rollins looking to fire up. Can he regain the momentum he had when he raced out to an early lead in this match?
1.
And now Seth Rollins back to his feet, sending Ziggler over the top rope into the floor below.
Yeah, I think
He's trying to pump himself up right now. I don't know if this is the right strategy, but Seth
Get him! Go, Seth!
Crazy.
Oh!
Side dive, and Ziggler
Get him, Dolph! Come on! Come on! 1, 2, 3! Yes!
with an unfair advantage. The official didn't see it.
Dolph Ziggler has scored a fall.
Oh, I thought you caught him.
Ziggler with 15:45 to play.
Well, just like Corey said, only if you see it. And the referee clearly did not see it.
Well, the official made a great call earlier by kicking Drew McIntyre out of the arena, but he blew it here.
There you see Dolph with a palm strike right to the face of Rollins. Feet on the ropes, a little extra leverage. And the Intercontinental Champion is now ahead 4 matches to 3.
You know, this was the equivalent of a football team jumping out to a 21-0 lead and then watching it go away and be down by a touchdown. Seth Rollins has to figure things out and quick.
It's been incredible. In a span of 5 minutes, this match has gone from a 3-0 lead for Rollins to a 4-3 lead for Ziggler.
This is about the equivalent of an Atlanta Falcons collapse in the Super Bowl right now.
And now
Oh,
Ziggler
fuck you.
continues to put the pressure on Rollins. Works on the left
At least the
arm
Eagles
and
killed him.
shoulder.
At least the Eagles beat him.
Now slips the arm underneath the chin. Submission move perhaps on Rollins. Seth tries to get back to a vertical base. We're now under halfway through this match with 14:40 to go. Ziggler in control.
And as the champ, how much offense does Dolph Ziggler now need to put out?
Well, now the front face lock, and Ziggler just looking to wear Rollins down. Now you can use your amateur skills and wear down the King's
Right, but
Right.
if the first 15 minutes taught us anything, it's that no lead apparently is safe. Seth Rollins is up 3 falls to 0 and is now down by 1. Granted, Seth Rollins doesn't have a Drew McIntyre in his corner, but these are 2 elite, incredibly talented, top-tier competitors.
You know, we wondered on Monday night, Corey, how much that match would factor into tonight. And I think we can say that it factored in a great deal, a huge deal.
Seth's trying to fight his way out of this front face lock from Dolph Ziggler.
Match pace is slowed down.
These two are so evenly matched.
Ziggler lands on his feet. Right
The
into
sleeper! The
The
sleeper!
center of the ring.
And if Seth Rollins passes out here, Ziggler could take a 2-fall lead.
I think with 13 minutes and being the champ, that would be insurmountable.
This is a fantastic move by Dolph, conserving his own energy while wearing Rollins down.
Seth Rollins is in deep, deep trouble. Ziggler has him down on the mat in the sleeper hold with nowhere to go. We're now down to 13 minutes remaining in the Iron Man match.
And you wonder how much Seth Rollins will start to press when he looks at the clock or understands where he's at and realizes he needs to get a pinfall or submission and then another one. Essentially, he's down 2-0.
Rollins somehow hanging in there, but if this continues, you have to believe Rollins is going to fade away. Seth trying to fight out of this, but how much will this take out of Rollins to break this hold here with less than 12 and a half to go? Back to a vertical pace, Seth. Can he fight out? Ziggler again, full body weight on the back of Rollins. Seth will back him in the corner to try to force the break. It does momentarily, but Ziggler back into the hole.
I think you can say, as far as game plans go, that Dolph Ziggler's game plan here tonight has been put to perfection so far in the first 18 minutes.
How much more of that can Seth take as he drives Ziggler's shoulder first into the corner?
Seth bought himself a valuable few seconds to recover, but he spent a lot of time in the sleeper hold.
He did spend a lot of time in the sleeper hold, but he held on, Corey. And he didn't submit. And he's still only down by 1 fall, 4-3, 11 and a half to go.
Yeah, any great athlete, player, no matter what, understands where he's at, doesn't press, understand what part of the game he is in. Right now, essentially, they're in the third quarter.
Rollins sends Ziggler back to the outside. Seth in a familiar predicament.
Let's go! Seth, time to fly!
Time connecting. And he takes Ziggler out outside the ring.
RV Smarty throws him right back in and gets the cover.
That's what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to capture the momentum yet again. Ryan, look at Ziggler. Wise move by the veteran.
Rollins going to give chase again.
Look at that.
Suicide time again, and down goes Ziggler.
You can see Seth start to press now. He understands, I need to get a pinfall submission quick. I say before the 8-minute mark, he needs one to really be evened up.
Again, the coach, it's not panic time yet.
No, but I'm just saying, I think that's the time I believe he needs to be even.
Seth Rollins has plenty of time. We have a third of this match remaining, and he's only down a fall. Rollins to the apron. Top rope, down goes Ziggler.
Come on, Seth! Come on!
Drag himself to the cover. Hooks the
1, 2,
no! Kicks out at 2.
You know, we mentioned how great of shape both of these two men are in, cardiovascular-wise, and now we're going to see that. We're into the bottom third of this match, and we're going to see what both men have left in the tank.
Now, 7 falls in an Iron Man match are allowed only 3 times in history. There have been more falls. 11, the all-time record, both Triple H when he beat The Rock 6'5", and John Cena when he beat Randy Orton 6'5".
Rollins perched on the middle rope.
Blockbuster, the blockbuster to Ziggler.
Yes! Yes!
Is this enough?
1, 2, 3!
Dolph. At 2, we're under 10 to go.
Yes! Yes!
You saw Seth look up at the clock, realizes that he's moving into crunch time now.
9 minutes may seem like a lot of time, and in fact, it's almost 1/3 of this matchup. But right now, in a high-pressure situation,
Kick drops Seth off the top rope. He hit hard right here in front of us with 9 minutes left. Ziggler still up.
2, 1.
You guys couldn't see it, but Ziggler was he was motioning the official to start the count after delivering that to Rollins.
I will say this, we are seeing so many smart moves from Dolph right now. His head, despite what he's gone through, is completely still in the game.
Come on, Seth, get up!
trying to propose a
Seth!
He's counted 7.
Seth!
Rollins up.
Seth!
Count of 8 now by the official.
I don't know
Seth!
And Rollins barely beats the count.
That would have been it. It would have been over.
Ugh.
For the DDT, and Rollins able to set
Boom!
in the face of Dolph Ziggler. Seth Rollins now. Record there it is.
Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him!
Dolph, is it enough?
1, 2, 3!
By Ziggler. Now Rollins has got to begin thinking, what do I need to do to tie this up with 8 minutes to go?
And what did I say? The 8-minute mark, so important. You saw the look in his eyes. He understands. I need to get one right now.
That's why he's going to go up top, Coach. That's why Rollins is going to go to the top rope. We're under 8 minutes to go. Rollins top rope. Can he take out Ziggler here? And again, Dolph cuts him off before he's allowed to deliver the big offensive move.
Dolph doing a great job of countering right before Seth can pull off the big move.
Great defense by Dolph Ziggler. Is not going to exert a great deal of energy. Just stop Rollins from doing what he's doing.
And Corey, now we're seeing one of the reasons that Dolph is considered one of the most talented men to ever step in the ring here at WWE.
Dolph's been around a long time, certainly a veteran, great instincts, and we're seeing that right now.
Come on, Seth.
Now what's Dolph going to plan to do? High-risk maneuvers.
Wait a minute, I'm not entirely sure this is Dolph's decision.
It looks
I
like
think Seth Rollins is trying to muscle Dolph up to the top rope.
Something to do with this, perhaps.
Dolph now trying to fight his way out of it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
7-minute mark here. Ziggler's still up by a fall. And Seth with a headbutt. Down goes Dolph. It's Seth, however, that has to start taking some risks now.
Yeah, he knows he keeps looking at the clock.
I don't know, though. You take too big of a risk. If it doesn't pay off, you could put yourself in an even bigger hole.
Boom! Pound! 1, 2, no!
The champion stays up 4-3.
2 times now, he nearly evened it up. Couldn't get the job done. Dolph's doing a great job of what you say, Corey. Defense. To me, kicking out is a part of that defense.
Rollins connected, got every ounce of the frog splash. Picture perfect. Let's take another look at it. Soaring through the skies. Incredible impact on the Intercontinental Champion, but Dolph had a little bit too much left in the tank, and Ziggler is still up by 1 fall.
This is kind of like a LeBron James or a Steph Curry. We're getting down to the end of the 4th quarter. Who's gonna
You know Seth always chokes, right?
This is just cagey.
But did y'all
He's a
see
veteran
the
move
Warriors
by
when they
Ziggler.
faced off against the Celtics?
Wearing
And
down
they
the
did
clock.
choke
Oh, my
3-1.
goodness.
The Warriors are nothing but choke artists.
Ring again by Seth Rollins.
Ziggler now is
It is
making
the
Seth
chokers.
Rollins beat him. That's
Don't
exactly what
ever
Dolph has to
say
do.
LeBron James and Steph Curry in the same sentence. Never.
Now chance from the WWE fans here in Pittsburgh. Rollins looking at
5 minutes, Seth. Come on, man. What you got?
Spend the first 25 minutes positioning yourself the last 5 minutes, winning it.
These guys have been in position since the first opening minutes there, Coach. Seth Rollins at one point had a 3-0 lead in the first 10 minutes.
It's pretty amazing. All 7 falls in this match took place over a 10-minute span between the 25-minute mark and the 15-minute mark. And now we're at less than 5 to go, and it's 4-3 Ziggler.
I just can't. Oh my God! Look at this cat-like agility by Rollins.
Go, Seth.
Top, superplex, Rollins. Gonna look for the Falcon Arrow to Ziggler to tie things.
1, 2, no!
And now Rollins has to decide, what do I gotta do to take out the champ?
You don't have to be a fan of Dolph Ziggler or his attitude, but you have no choice but to respect the Intercontinental Champion right now.
Yep.
Well, after those 2 moves, it's going to take at least another 20 or 30 seconds for them to get back up. So we're going to be under 4 minutes.
This is my point, Coach, about taking high risks. If they pay off, great, but if they don't, you just exerted a great deal of punishment to your opponent and yourself.
Great point.
And you see Seth, he looks back at the clock again. He's got 4 minutes to tie this thing. He's done everything he can, everything in his ability, and still can't pick up a fall on the champion.
But we know Seth doesn't want to just tie it. He wants to tie it and win it.
Coach, he's got to tie it.
I understand that, but he's thinking 2 falls.
He's thinking get one now. That's what he's thinking. He's got to tie this damn thing, or else he's going to lose it. He's got 3:45 to do it.
Burn it
It's Rollins.
down.
Looking for the stop to use
Burn it down. Time for the curve. No!
Ziggler.
Oh!
Brilliant. Ziggler.
1, 2, yeah!
Kicked out. Ziggler
Oh, that was a big game over.
slingshot. Dolph launched it off. Oh, Connor's down now.
2, 3, yes! Nice, now! Either we drain the clock or try it again.
The final 3 minutes ticking away.
Buckle up.
Less than 3 to go. We are tied at 4 apiece.
It's time to dig deep.
Critical moment now.
These two have given us everything they have and then some.
Yeah, but they got to continue going.
That's
They got
right.
2:30 to play. We're tied at 4 apiece. Rollins and Ziggler, it has come down to this.
Yeah.
Two of the best in-ring technicians of our generation going at it now. Nothing technical about this match. This is a fight.
Yes, that just said you can't be.
Oh, sharpshooter! Sharpshooter!
Wow! What's Dolph gonna do? Is Dolph gonna tap? Is Seth gonna take the lead? Dolph can't. There's no way Ziggler hangs on for 2 more minutes. This is a brilliant idea by the architect. Ziggler has nowhere to go now, trying to drag himself to the bottom.
Come on, Seth.
Will force a break in Iron Man match rules. Can Dolph make it there? Can Dolph force the break?
Oh.
He's gonna tap out. Rollins, though, now going for a crossface, perhaps.
I think that was smart.
Dolph will prove it. Get crossface applied.
That's a yes, that's a LaBelle lock. That's a yes.
A minute 43, the clock continues
Oh,
to count.
oh, I'm in at 40.
Is Dolph gonna be able to hang on?
Is Seth gonna win?
Watching the seconds count tick away. Is Dolph gonna tap out? Is he gonna tap? Ziggler trying to drag himself to the bottom rope. We're under a minute and a half left. We're tied at 4 apiece.
But Cole, he's nowhere near the ropes.
And Seth Rollins now. Seth looking for another stop. Went for the stop. Ziggler rolled through and rolled out of the ring. Great. I'm not mad at that decision at all. Well, Rollins has got to get him and get it back inside.
I think he realized he wasn't going to get a submission.
Ziggler
He
seems
needs to figure out something.
Ziggler figures, I guess Ziggler figures, hey, if I'm tied, I leave with my championship. Let me run out of this arena. I'll take the tie. I'll keep my title.
Oh! Famous, sir!
Ziggler.
1! No!
Kicks out with 45 seconds left.
Does Rollins know that we're under 45 seconds?
We are tied at 4 apiece. Are we heading for a draw, perhaps?
There's no sudden death.
Championship match.
Under 30.
This is it. We're in the bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded. And Ziggler looking for the walk-off homer. Can he put Rollins away? Tuning up the band in the corner with 15 seconds left.
Oh!
Rollins caught him.
Curve stop!
The
Get him, Seth! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Fuck!
into the cover. The time's going to run out. The time has run out on Rollins.
He needed 5 more seconds.
Rollins cannot believe it.
He only
On peace.
He only
as
needed
time
5 more
runs
seconds.
out.
Oh, what a heartbreak.
Incredible match.
Heartbreak for Seth Rollins.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 30-minute time limit has expired. Therefore, this match has been ruled a draw. In the case of a tie, the champion retains his title.
Dolph Ziggler survived tonight. But you got to take your hat off. You got to give respect to Dolph Ziggler. He went out here and hung for 30 minutes. Sure, the last few seconds almost went Seth Rollins' way. Of course, he was down 3-0 at one point and came back. Absolutely right. What a performance by a deserving Intercontinental Champion.
And Seth Rollins is going to be playing the what-if game.
Oh! Sudden death, perhaps?
Incredible match. Both of you, incredible match. But nothing is settled. I know the WWE Universe does not want to see a tie. I know that my hometown, Pittsburgh, PA, does not want to see it die. So don't get back in that ring because we're going into sudden death overtime. Yes! Fall wins. Ring the bell.
Great call by our general manager. This is ridiculous. Sudden death overtime. Going to do a little bit of quick research here as Rollins and Dolph now get set to go to sudden death for first fall. Will determine who the champion is, and we are underway. And guys, I'm looking. This is a 1, 2.
Oh! Dolph's gonna steal it! He's gonna steal it! 1, 2, 3! Clever, Del. Clever. Very clever.
The match was restarted. Oh, I got no problem with it. Come on,
I got a big time problem with it, to be honest. I wanted it fair and square. I wanted to see another 10 or 15 minutes.
After what these two men went down for 30 minutes, yes, you're going to take that as your victory. Yes, because I don't think the match should have been restarted. I think it was an arbitrary, nonsensical decision by Kurt Angle trying to pander to the WWE universe.
You hear this crowd?
Yeah.
They love
Yeah,
this
you know what?
decision.
And none of them can go 30 minutes. I
Who's
love
next?
Seth Rollins as much as the next guy, but
Is anything
Dolph
left?
Ziggler earned this victory twice tonight. This is disgusting.
No, it's just a
Disgusting
monster.
that Angle's drunk with power. It's disgusting that McIntyre was bad for the match. Was able to get involved again, and it allowed Ziggler to win just like that. No, it's sudden death overtime. If you want to get to 4, if you want to get arbitrary like Kurt Angle, it's a new match. He restarted it. It's something maybe Drew wasn't banned from that part.
Hey, I'll say this. That Dolph Ziggler, just for a second, was upset. And then he said, you know what? We got to do what we got to do. And so I'll give the champion credit for doing what he had to do to walk out the champ.
Give McIntyre credit. That's the reason Dolph Ziggler.
Good look on Seth's face.
Look at that face.
Well, I want to remind everyone that tomorrow night on Raw, remember.
Somebody meme that. Somebody meme Seth's face right now.
Brock Lesnar will be stripped of the Universal Championship. That takes place tomorrow night, but up next.
Well, overall, I thought Extreme Rules was overall pretty good. It's not one of the better ones out there this year. There's been some better ones, but hey, the matches, everything was about saying. The matches that I thought were going to be good were pretty good. The matches I thought were going to be shit were going to be we're shit. Yeah. Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, that match was pretty good. Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns. Why is it Brock Lesnar? Although I gotta say, WWE, I see you. You were like, when they were talking about Bobby Lashley, it was like, oh yeah, he beat Vince McMahon for the ECW champ. Now he's facing against Roman Reigns. I'm like, WWE, you smile motherfuckers. I see you. I see you. I see what you're doing. I see y'all are so low-key self-aware. Anyways, yeah, love this match. Definitely the highlight of the night. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Links down in the description box below. As always, come back for more. See you guys next time.